We'll do it live. F it.
Cranberry, can you hear me?
Oi, oi. I am here.
The great Cranberry Electric. You are an enigma, sir, but I like it.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great. You know, I can tell you there are plenty of characters in this thing we call the Dabbleverse that we both cover. There are personalities and characters that come out of it that I'm fascinated with, and you are definitely one of those. I'm super excited to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me.
There's a term you use in your videos, and by the way, your videos are fantastic. I would say you're observer and reporter like myself, but you also almost a documentarian as well. Is that accurate?
I wouldn't put myself up there, but yeah, I guess. I think there were enough people talking about Stuttering John, so I'd rather look at more of the characters and the community as a whole.
Yeah, and part of that is I find fascinating with it is the psychology of it and war. You know, people going to war against each other, psychological tactics, bullying, biases, the ugliness. We experience it if we follow it every day. Fascinated with that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, you get it on Reddit all the time, the Redditor mentality. Everybody's a know-it-all on the internet. And if you question their knowledge a single bit, or you question their place within the Dabbleverse, and all of a sudden it's fucking World War III. Nuclear bombs are getting thrown everywhere. There's loads of ego. It's like, what amazes me about the internet is in a person's everyday life, a government can fuck you and your family 7 ways till Sunday, but the second one person pisses you off on the internet, that's when you need to take a fucking stand, and it's all out fucking war. I'm going to destroy this person. I'm going to find out where they live. I'm going to fucking dox them, threaten them. It's just like, it's a beautiful thing.
It's definitely entertaining to watch, entertaining to listen to, and at times beautiful. Conflict is fun. I think though, you know, based on what I've seen and gathered, you have like this top tier that are sort of kings of this Dabbleverse, which is not saying much, but it's saying something. I mean, there are numbers there, so there's money there now with super chats. So, and now it gets into the point is how much of this is fabricated, how much of it isn't. But it's like a big dick show. All of them are trying to show their dicks about what a great comedian they were, or they played at fucking Chuckles or whatever, you know, or what's your credit?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care if you were a comedian back in the day. What are you doing now? It's like everyone bangs on about fucking Bob Levy. Bob Levy, was this guy funny? The whole Dabbleverse, I think there's this reliance on nostalgia. So all these people listen to Stan, O&A, they see these characters are coming back via the media of YouTube. And it gives a nostalgic feeling. People have got you kind of go, oh, I remember that guy. He was good. And you don't really want to go, oh, well, he's shit. And you have to question your taste. And like, well, was he actually good back then as well? Like none of these guys things, they weren't huge. They didn't make it. They were working Eddie Murphy. You know what I mean? Like they're blokes that were slightly funny, did the comedy circuit, made radio appearances. Like you say, the ego. It's like I used to be on the radio. Yeah, so did like how many callers? All these shows had callers. People were calling. You get characters out of that, and it's like you're on the same level as those people. You don't realize it, and that's the downfall of all these. It's the ego. You've crossed over the line. You are just a dabbler now.
They are dabblers, and they have an inflated sense of self. And it's like it's really they were whack packers. They were Howard Stern's whack packers. I mean, that's what KC was. He was just not very smart. And Howard, it takes people to bring someone like John or KC. It takes really talented entertainers like a Howard Stern to make them interesting.
Yeah, completely.
But on their own, in this podcast world, they're horrid. They're terrible. They're dumb. They didn't learn a goddamn thing about broadcasting. Casey's getting this freaking studio built. What do you need? All you need is a goddamn microphone and a computer with a camera in it and headphones.
Well, that's it. When he started fucking building a studio, he was putting out videos onto YouTube, and it's like, yeah, but what you need is a laptop, microphone. Fucking get a message out there. Let's face it, earn money, because that's why they're doing it. Then get that shit out and get it out now. I'm going to reveal everything Stuttering John's been saying to me. That was for how many months? Like 2-3 months. We listened to Casey bang on how he's going to reveal all. And then when he did finally reveal all, was 3 episodes of, oh shit, I think I'm being trolled.
Yeah.
And it ended with, I've evaluated all the evidence, everything you people have been saying to me that I've been getting trolled. Yeah, and I think John, he didn't send any of the emails, and I've been paid fucking months now.
Yeah, they're fucking dumb. That's what I'm saying. And John is just as dumb. That's the thing. He's just became a little bit more successful. But I'll give you a great example. I'm watching John, and he's got Joey C on, okay? And then someone,
Joey C.
Yeah, and then someone calls in. Or, you know, so John's putting out the number. He accepts a link. He thinks it's Kevin Brennan. And it's just somebody who had a clip of Kevin Brennan looking at his phone. And it was just an MP4 video being played. And John's like, hey, Kevin. And then he realizes through the chat or whatever that it's not Kevin. It's a troll. They're fucking with you. And then Joey C is like, yeah, they do that all the time. Oh, they do that to me. They got one of you too. So John's in his John. I'm reading John's P brain, and John's thinking like AI, CGI. Like it's like no. And I'm thinking that's what he thinks Joey C is saying, and Joey C doesn't realize that John thinks that he's saying they actually created a freaking AI version of John and Kevin, and they're fooling everyone with it. Like it's like, you idiot, John. They're just playing a video clip. It's not that hard, you know. It's just unreal.
They're not where they are today because they're smart people. They're there because we get to love them. They are, I'd say the whole Dabbleverse, it's fucking Coliseum. We throw shit at people. We want to see them get hurt and fired. They used to throw fucking tomatoes. Now we throw super chats, but we're the fucking mugs because we're paying for that privilege and get some fucking tomatoes.
Yeah, I could see that. And they think that of you too. Don't think they're your friend because you're throwing them some money on super chats. They can give 2 shits about you. You know?
Yeah.
They just want that money. Yeah, like you said, they just flip on a computer. They're essentially, this is what they are as far as I'm concerned. They're has-beens that has this leftover audience from whatever world they came from. And they're just begging them for money. Just here, I'm just gonna flick on the camera and just throw tomatoes at me, you know.
Well, I mean that's Kevin Brennan right over. And I mean, you look at Stutcho now. Since his return, he's finally figured out, right, I can make a shit ton of money because people are willing to throw it at me. But now he's in this performative stage where that's all it's about. He's gonna shout, be angry, and he's going to bait people for super chats. This performative John, I don't like. Well, when it was just stupid John, it was funny. It made it a lot more interesting. Now he's come back. He's got, you know, you're watching him being made like with fucking Joey C, but it's just not fun at the moment. I need some kind of established, like this is John's crew now. These are the guys that they're doing stuff with John, just so then I know, I'm like, okay, right. These are the guys I'm going to harass for the next couple of months. But until then, because I feel I see them all quickly just turn on each other and then just playing the Kevin Brennan card, screaming and shouting at each other. Okay, buddy, every few weeks. I mean, look at Vince Vitrol. I mean, look, was it last week? John was like, "Oh, I hate that guy. He's a scumbag." 2 days later, he's on the show. The fuck is that about?
Just like John and KC. I mean, they make up. Day later, KC puts a video out that says, "If John's my friend," which John was saying he was KC's friend on their get-together video interview, which was actually pretty engaging, believe it or not. I think they both did really well. And then I guess after the interview, John sent Casey an invoice for $200. So then Casey releases a video the next day. It says, "If John's such my friend, why did he charge me $200?" So then the next video, then John releases a video saying, "Yeah, I wasn't going to trash you." So then John starts trashing him back, wanting to fight him. And then Casey releases another video. And now, yeah, now they're, I mean, it took 2 days.
I'm going to trash you. I'm going to trash you now. But that's what I'm thinking about KC, though. The whole time, Casey gets fucking trolled left, right, and center, and he's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Also, so fucking paranoid as well. Mate, if you're getting all these emails and you're paranoid that you're getting trolled and shit, you just ignore them. Just fucking put them to one side. And even when he does genuinely think that's trolling him, he'll still bang on for about 10 minutes about how you're still friends and he wants the best for you. It's like, dude, just let rip. Just fucking let rip and stop the virtue signaling I'm the nice guy. When Casey first came on the scene, he's got a whole scummy past and everything, but he does have some charisma there. Like when you watch him, it's like, oh, like he's likable, but he is scummy, but he is just a fucking idiot.
Like John's only funny to everyone is when he's not trying to be funny. And when he's trying to be funny, he's not funny to anyone. KC's similar in that way. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, completely.
Like, they don't mean to be funny. They're funny when they don't mean to be funny. And that's a bad place to be. You know? I'd rather be intentionally funny and have people laugh, not make fun of me. And they're so delusional. Once again, John more than KC, you know. But yeah, Casey's interesting. He was good on the Stern show. I'll give him that. I think what Stern brought out of that and what he brought into it, you know, I think he was good back then, and I was listening back then. So yeah, like as of right now, I wish more well for him than I do say John. I'm just over John. It's just like I just, and for a while there, I was in my mind, I was like kind of rooting for him, and now he's just a fucking idiot, you know.
Yeah, and he's flooding the market. He's oversaturating the market. Like he's doing a show every fucking day. I don't know what ones I've missed. I have to go on Reddit now just to keep up with everything.
It's a shit show. And that's the problem. He's delusional. He doesn't realize that really no one gives a shit about your politics. You're not really that funny. And they're just looking to watch you drool. And they're throwing money at you. Like you said, tomatoes. It's a hard, cold reality of it. I don't blame them for trying to make money off their image and stuff, but they're just not good at it. You know?
Like, if I was going to put them in a class of minor celebrity, they're down there with like characters off of TLD programs. Like, you know, I would not be shocked to see like John or Casey turn on Love After Lockup or some weird shit like that. I think that's the level of just an cow that they are. It's just like you're only watching it just to watch an absolute fucking disaster.
Yeah, now unfortunately you're not judged by talent. You're judged by how many social media followers you have, how many subscribers you have, you know, and that's not always the arbiter of good talent, good entertainment, comedy.
look at the Uncle Rico numbers. They must be good. It's like, yeah, but look at how people are eating McDonald's on a daily basis. It's still going to give cancer eventually. You might have a nice, satisfied feeling at the end. You still just filled yourself full of dog shit, mate.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I got tired. I kept an eye on Shuli in the beginning when I just wanted to see, and every now and then if he had someone from the Stern Show he interviewed, I'd check it out. This was like I said when no one was really watching him, and then he did the Uncle Rico show, which I thought was an appropriate thing because I really do feel like John fucked with him hard before that. With the Pelican brief, and I feel like John was definitely making people think that Shuli leaked it without saying that. I thought that was kind of low. Whatever. But I get Shuli. I thought Shuli did wuss out in the hotel lobby. I thought he looked really bad right there, and he's threatening John with like a gun. Did you know this, Cranberry?
Go on.
Okay. All right, Cranberry, you ready? You sitting down for this one?
Has he been getting tips off of Joe? Is that what this is?
So John says, in a joking way, this is the hypocrisy of it all. John's talking about Shuli on his show. I don't know who he's got on the panel, Joey C, Cardiff, whoever. And he's going, Shuli, I'm going to come to your house and interview you. I'm going to come to your supermarket and interview you. I'm going to come down to Alabama and I'm going to find you and I'm going to interview you. So what he's saying is I'm going to do the Stern thing. I'm going to find you. I'm going to come catch you off guard with my tape in for my flip-flops and drunk as hell. And I'm going to say some really dumb questions that aren't funny at all.
Sorry, I've got to stop you there. That was starting John in his flip-flops. Don't ever give that image up ever again, please. It's fuck disgusting.
Hey, sometimes this is an uncomfortable business, Cranberry. Sometimes we have to face.
You know what? I don't know who the chat. I need to fucking track them down and get them to change their fucking guitar. It's just both of John's feet. They're constantly super chatting at the moment. Please, stop. No. You disgusting fucking pervert. I constantly have his fucking feet in my face. It's fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting. Like his fingers are disgusting. It's a problem. It's gross. But So John's going to recreate the bit. He's going to come to Alabama on his motorcycle, catch Shuli off guard. But he mentioned house. So Shuli on Uncle Rico show then watches John watching Uncle Rico saying all this stuff. So Shuli's like, John, if you ever come to my house, I have a concealed weapons permit. And I'm not going to say what he said, but he was you know what he was saying. He's going to protect his family from John with
yeah, I'm sure he looked very fucking hard, man. Fucking Shuli hard, man. Threatening anyone. Shut the fuck up, Shuli. This is why we fucking hate you. This is why Brian Johnson can't fucking stand your shit. But can any of us? Shut the fuck up with your... I've got fucking... The bloke's banging on your door. It doesn't matter if it's fucking concealed. It's in your fucking house for a fucking strap. Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Dude, he said he wasn't joking.
I can't stand this fucking men approaching their fucking 60s, fucking threatening each other. Gee, shut the fuck up. Or do it. Or go out and actually fucking do it. But you at my house, I've got a concealed weapon. Fucking shut up. If he comes to your house, you're going to do nothing. You're going to keep the doors closed and you're going to call the police. Fucking face it.
You're going to be a bitch. You're going to be a bitch with your backpack and you're going to waddle in your flip-flops over to the phone, honey, and you're going to say, honey, call 911. That's what you're going to do. Call the police.
Fucking Piazza in his backpack.
I'm going to fucking shoot anybody. The mad thing to say was, John, if I see you knock on my door, I'm going to open my door and I'm going to punch you square in the fucking face. That's what you say. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? Like, and by the way, I live a state over in Tennessee. We don't need a fucking permit. We can carry fucking guns all day long here in Tennessee. We don't need a fucking permit. Big fucking deal. But the fact that Shuli is saying that, it's just like, what the fuck, man? I mean, and then so here's the hypocrisy of it all. Chad Zumach basically says the same thing to John. What's the first thing John does? Did you know this?
Was the FBI.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
Get the feds in on.
Here's another one for you. I saw it today. So Chad Zumach apparently tweets Kevin. No, I think he texted Kevin Brennan and said, "You better have security in AC," meaning Atlantic City. So then Kevin Brennan, being, I'm going to call it like it is, Cranberry, the pussy that he is, he tweets the FBI, tags the FBI. Like, what the fuck, man? So this is 3 threats I've just whipped out right off the top of my head. One you didn't even know about, which I love. I love breaking that news to you and hearing your reaction about Shuli threatening to shoot John. Let's be honest. And then we got FBI guys calling the FBI, and it's just fucking ridiculous, man. Just say, Chad, come on. I'll take on you. I'll take on whoever the fuck. Just shut up. You ain't doing shit. Fucking guys, man. They drive me nuts.
They all play into it as well. It's like, play a hard man one minute, and then they want to play the victim the next moment.
There's a smugness involved in all of this, and that's funny. They sort of accuse each other of being the most smug, and they you know, it's like, you don't deserve to be like the dues payer analogy. They all do that. You know, the reason they don't like Carl and who are these podcasts who does it better than any of them is because he didn't quote unquote pay his dues. Fuck your dues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you're either good and you're entertaining or you're fucking not.
He's been podcasting since 2016, and he's I mean, on YouTube he's what, 20,000 compared to their 12,000 or something. Right, he paid his dues. He's paying his dues. He does that every day by doing a fucking job, by entertaining us. What the fuck is their excuse?
Exactly.
12k subscribers, be fucking entertaining. It's just the same show over and over again, the same faces, copying whatever Cole did last week.
Yeah, and they just all they do is just pick on people that don't have the wit that they do. It's very easy. Shuli can outwit people, and those are the people he surrounds himself with. That's what Melton's does. That's what Kevin Brennan does. They all invite people on that they're have more wit and intelligence than, and they just fucking, like, you know, make fun of them for 3 hours. Would you agree with that?
Every time you put a new name, I'm just like, why are you naming people I absolutely fucking hate?
Because I want to get you riled up.
Melton, I fucking hate your face. It's as simple as that. It's like, you know, like, this is one of the things that's why I didn't want to on camera today. It's just, I'll be YouTube, I'll get into their videos, then I see their face, and I'm just like, I can't watch this person ever again. And Melter, he's got that annoying, just fucking standard YouTube aesthetic, and he's just got this face that just violence builds up inside of me. I just want to fucking, yeah.
Wow.
He gets on my tits.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Melton. You're a fat stand-up who's doing nothing.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about Melton, and I noticed Chad does this as well, they all do this. They sort of self-deprecate themselves in one sentence, and then the very next sentence they talk about how awesome they were in comedy or podcasting or whatever. They talk about how great their life is, and then in the next sentence they talk about how terrible their life is. Melton does that a lot. Like, 1 second, he hates himself. He hates covering the Dabbleverse. He doesn't want to be associated with Dabblers. He doesn't like when Kevin Brennan brings on Joey C and stuff. But yet, all he does for 3-4 hours a day is talk about Ray DeVito and the Dabbleverse. Without the Dabbleverse, he's lucky he has a Dabbleverse right now. I don't know what he did before or after, but based on what I've seen, that's all he does is talk about. So for someone who hates it so much, he sure does talk a lot about it. You know,
he's no different For the person he came in attacking, he is exactly the same as fucking Steel Toe. You wanted to insert yourself into this by attacking someone, using that whole fucking manufactured drama, fucking sit there, criticize them, harass them, make sure they fucking get a reaction, report on the reaction. He's exactly the fucking same. He's no different. I don't want to sit there for 4 hours a fucking day. He's not that interested. That kind of content only goes so far. You're Kevin Brennan. Nobody gives a fuck about him right now. No one should have given a fuck about him before, but that whole drama cycle, you have to fucking keep it going. I mean, both him and Steel Toe, they both turned their back on the fucking Dabbleverse. They want to fucking come in, try and cash in on it, pick up some views, some new subs, and then they want to fucking disappear when it starts getting a little bit heated.
Back to Melton, like what he does is his mode of apparatus, if that's what you'd call it, is he outwits the dim-witted, you know. It's just he's throwing tomatoes at people who can't throw them back at him, you know, like strategically picking targets. And it's kind of it's from the Stern playbook. Now he says he never listened to Stern, and I'm sure he didn't, but it's kind of like what Stern would do with whack packers. Now surely it's like the same kind of thing. It's like, and for me, that was funny, exploiting people when I was like in college listening to Stern. I found it funny, but now I don't find it funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's exploitive. So do you, when your motivation, when you do a video like on Producer Joe, sometimes I get a vibe that you're like you're a fighter for good. Is that accurate? Like you sort of fight for the people that can't fight for themselves in this Dabbleverse. Does that attract you to it? Is that what motivates you to do videos like that?
That is what motivates the watchers. They are a symbol of justice in the Dabbleverse. So yeah, I edited, I put it all together, I presented it to people. All the work that went into making that video came from a lot of other people, like Martin J. Other people involved were watchers. They will remain nameless.
Yeah, I noticed at the end credits there were several numbers, watchers, this number, watcher, that number, and I'm like, man, I don't know where any of this is. I don't know who these people are. It's almost like Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. Do you not talk about the watchers?
This is the only time I've gone on record as them referring to them as an actual group of people. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you do put them in your credits, in all fairness.
I'll be honest, I never expect anyone to get that far into one of my videos.
I'm a true journalist. You know, I do the work. Unlike these lazy fucks, I do the work. Unlike these dabbling pieces of shit, as you call them, I do the work. So what else? You got anything you want to talk about? I will wrap it up. I
do actually. Just going on from. I want to plug something more than talk about it.
Yeah.
A beloved chap who is dear to many a heart in the Dabbleverse, Sir Kenneth Otto, is in a not so good place at the moment and has cancer, and has a GoFundMe. So if anyone is able to, however little, help is appreciated. He's on the GoFundMe, search for Kenneth Otto, you'll find it, and it will be greatly appreciated. But yeah,
sure.
If anyone does donate, video I'm doing about Vinny the lawyer, it's going to go up on my Patreon before I give it to everyone to watch. So if you want to see it first and you donate to the Kenneth Otto Rocket to Recovery Fund, send me some proof cranberryelectric@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link before anyone else. So,
hell yeah, I like it. That's awesome.
rather than asking for Patreon subscribers, give the money to Kenneth Arto. He did it more than me.
Yeah, and don't, if you're watching this and you have a super chat budget for the week, please send it to this guy.
Fuck John.
Don't send it
fuck
to Kevin.
John. Fuck Kevin.
Yeah,
fuck the lot of them. That was $5. Come somewhere else. In fact, you can leave a fucking message when you go to GoFundMe and just fucking name and shame the person you didn't say some fucking bullshit to. To say this could have gone to Shuley, but instead I'm going to help you, Kenneth.
Yeah. And when people get cancer, and I'm speaking from firsthand experience, you don't you're trying to work, you're trying to pay the bills, and you can only do so much. So, and it doesn't mean you're going to die either. The treatments these days are so much better now than they were 5 years ago. And a lot of them work. One worked for me. So it's expensive though. And expensive in the way that you're going to be saddled with debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You pay as much as you can. You're trying to beat something, a disease. And then on top of that, you're drowning in debt. And so it's so much better to use your money instead of throwing it at fucking so-and-so to say some joke that's probably not that funny.
That's it.
Help this guy. It will be appreciated. And it allows him to have some financial relief that he could turn his attention to actually healing. That's where his focus needs to be.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like it. Anything else?
I don't know.
So we got that. We got your video on Vinny the Lawyer coming out. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be interesting. This guy's done some shady shit. He's been around a while.
He's still doing it. This is the problem. So active right now. I'm like, if he actually keeps fucking with people, I'm just going to be constantly putting out episodes just about fucking Vinny. I mean, I've already got 3 episodes that I'm doing now. And I'm watching the Dabbleverse at the same time. I've got one about Dabbleverse's biggest secret. What else have we got? Women. I've got a whole show about women. Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on. You tickled my ass with a feather with that biggest hidden secret of the Dabbleverse. Did you say that?
The biggest secret of the Dabbleverse, yeah.
Wow, that's huge, man. You can't. So when is that going to drop?
So next one to come out is going to be my episode on women in the Dabbleverse. And hopefully Vinny will be done, Vinny part 1, so that'll be going up on the Patreon. And then the 3rd episode that I'm going to be putting out will be the biggest secret in the Dabbleverse.
Can I twist your arm into making that first?
No, sorry.
I hope it doesn't leak on the interwebs.
I have been waiting so long to put out this women in the Dabbleverse, so the ladies are getting my attention first. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll be interested to see who you highlight in there. I will definitely watch that. I'm definitely going to put all your links up on the screen and do whatever I can to drive people there, because they are fantastic. They're very interesting. I find your videos to be very artistic, and a great message. Like you said, you and the watchers are doing really good work, bringing some fairness, I guess you'd say, to this Dabbleverse.
The 2 most beautiful moments Dabbleverse this year have been Cardiff Tails gang, with OP dancing about. I've never seen OP so happy. It's just so the wholesome moments are what I'm there for.
It was, but Opie outside of that is insufferable as far as I'm concerned. He's absolutely insufferable.
But that's the beauty of Cardiff. He makes me insufferable.
He does. He's one of the best. And I picked this up on one of your videos. You get offended when people say, "Oh, it's just a potato. Oh, it's just a potato." No, he's probably more creative than you are. And you use his name. His name's Cardiff Electric.
Yeah, fucking damn right. Put some fucking respect on his name. Fucking Cardiff is as integral to where we are in the Dabbleverse today as Carly Poo, I would say.
Especially lately, man. I mean,
he's
he
everywhere.
Is now on John's show, trolling him to his face in an entertaining way that actually makes John entertaining.
Yeah, and that brings me to the second best moment. Cardiff, Tiki, and John.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what it was, but John just completely just like he aggresses into a child when Tookie starts talking to him and shit. It's like he turns into a toddler. It's weird.
Yeah, that's right, and that's why even let me credit Melton a little bit. I was watching him the other day because I do a lot of research. I have to be knowledgeable to be able to do these interviews and pull things out of my head like this. Melton was saying that Cardiff and El Horrible are the most creative, and that John and all these guys need them.
It's like he can do all of these things, be fucking hilarious. That clip with where the rabbi plays his version of Cardiff Electric theme song.
Yeah.
Beautiful, perfect fucking timing and everything. He made that fucking beautiful. That a 40-second wait, and he sees him fucking drinking. Oh, what is that, root beer? There's nothing about the song at all, and just ends on it's and like the timing, everything. It's fucking beautiful. The guy is fucking funny. He's talented.
He is. His timing is great. And even when he doesn't say anything, it's great because you see the rabbis, like you could see him realizing that, oh man, this song is really shitty, isn't it? And then you can see him changing his own mind. Like he went into it thinking, oh, Carter's going to love this. And by the end of it, Carter's not saying anything and he's reading the room. And it's just like you can see his heart breaking in the middle of it. And he realizes, oh, this sucks. I'd watch a Cranberry Electric video the moment I see it, because I know it's going to be good. And I like the style. I like the voice of you. I like your character. I like everything about it. Like, it's like must see. And I might only get it once a month, but when it comes out, I'm like, boom, click. I definitely want to get everyone to go to subscribe to your channel. Go check out your videos that we talked about on this episode.
If you want to listen, you can find me on the Cardiff Electric Podcast Network. Cranberry Electric at gmail.com, Cranberry Elect on the Twitters, wherever the Dabbleverse is, I am.
Yes. If you're a dabbler, self-proclaimed dabbler, viewer, reporter, whatever you are in the Dabbleverse, you're missing out if you're not checking out Cranberry Electric stuff. So I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you in the Dabbleverse.
Thank you. Peace and love.
Thanks, Cranberry.